Hey, we're back. Oh, I've been away. And no, I haven't had a shave. I'm going to try the beard out, as recommended by, obviously, Stupid Robot Fighting League. Hopefully it'll appear later today. Hopefully you can hear me all okay. Tonight, of course, we have got a very special guest. Hello, J-Bug. Good to see you. I'll do a few hellos. Hi, Gary, got a new live viewer. Your dad's mug. Good to have a family connection. Perfect. Yes. What do you think? Where is John when you need him? I feel like I'm a little bit bright. Let me just... That's better. That's better. Hello, UK Beauty Room. Hello, Phil. You're so kind. Anyway, so let's just do a quick few hellos and then we'll bring Shaun in. Shaun, if you don't know, has his own YouTube channel. You'll find a link to it down there with other links. And Shaun, well, I'll let him explain what he's all about and his history and all that kind of stuff. But basically, yeah, he has been earning a full-time income, doing his own thing since leaving the forces. And I see him as a bit of an expert when it comes to things like SEO and just basically building app blogs, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a great chat. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Phil. But yeah, let's see who we got in and just quickly do some hellos. Oh, and I should say that if we hit, let me see, if we hit 88 likes, of course, the reason I chose 88 if we hit 88 likes, then there'll be a giveaway at the end of the stream. Could be some merch. By the way, there is some new merch in the WP Eagle merch shop, so go check that out. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Phil Mitchell look is what I was going for, but yeah, hey, why not, Gaz? So yeah, there will be some merch to win, or maybe a popcorn themed license if you like. So, yeah, let me just quickly do some hellos. We've got Adrian in. I'm going to start with the WP Eaglers, of course, the VIPs that are in the room. We've got Adrian. We've got John. We've got Mark, of course. It is definitely Winder, isn't it? It's Winder. It's not Winder. I always forget. And I know you've told me. I think it's Winder. It's definitely Winder. Phil is here, who's also a moderator, so make sure that you keep it clean. And Sue is also here, WP Eagler and moderator. You beat me on the first sale. Well, actually, with regards to best pressure washer, we've had 2 pressure washer sales. I'm going to be recording updates on all my sites tomorrow, if all goes well. But also in the house tonight, we've got a Nomad Overseas. Hello to you. We've got Abdullah Kabir. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. We've got all updates. We've got Barris in the house. We've got Bradbury, of course. We've got Carrie. I've said hello to you already. Chris from Niche, or indeed Niche Safari, is here. Dan's in. Dave's in. Easy Spaniel Training. Gaz is here. Gaz, I forgot you're a moderator. Enjoy your moderating. Keep those trolls at bay. George is here. James and Jason and J-Bug. Hello to you. Mersic, you were in early. Good to see you. Nature Videos is here. Nick's here. Phil Taylor, the magician, also in the house. And we've got Radhakrishna. I hope I said that right. We've got Rasul. We've got Recreational Combat, of course. Revenue and Income. Steve Mack. UK Beauty Room. Last but not least there. And, of course, Jiban. Hello to you. So, I think that's enough of the hellos. Now, of course, I will be answering all your questions, and indeed Shaun will, so keep them coming in because that will keep the conversation flowing well. Hey, Simon, good to have you here. I was like a newbie. I think that'll be a new viewer sound from now on. But anyway, yeah, let's bring Shaun in. I think he's ready. He's in the green room sipping tea. I'm going to try and add him to my left. Let's see if that works. Hey, Shaun, you're live.
Yeah, I'm here.
Good to see you. I'm good.
Thanks for having us again.
No,
you need to keep the beard brought out.
Well,
ignore the hair is brought right out.
Well, I think I will. I think a beard's the way forward. I feel like a new person. I've just been away for a week and I forgot my razor, so I thought, well, let's keep it. It's a good look for you, so there's no reason why I
I
can't
wish I
get
had
away
the
with it.
same excuse.
Yeah, and let me just see if I can adjust that camera. Perfect. So, Shaun, for those viewers, I should say, that don't know who you are, give us a quick introduction, your background, and what you're doing, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm Shaun. I do a similar thing to Alex. I basically make blogs and then run a YouTube channel about my online businesses. I started it as a hobby back in 2013 or 2012. I can't remember the exact year. And then it just spiraled from there. Then I left my job in 2017 to do it full time and then just built everything up since then.
So, doing it quite a while, and your job before, you were in the forces, is that right?
Yeah. I was an engineer in the Royal Air Force before and then moved across from there to basically doing this, which is quite helpful. Fault finding skills and stuff like that. Doesn't really matter what kind of engineer you are, it's transferable.
Yeah. So, in terms of getting into this business, what inspired you to start doing internet stuff? Did you see an advert? Did you buy a course? What was it?
No, one of my friends, basically the other guy I was on shift with at the time, he was always on Black Hat World. And then after days, I've always seen him because it's quite distinctive with the yellow text and black background. I
Yeah.
just kept asking him what that is. And he was saying how you can make money online. And to me, the concept was brand new. And then I started to read it and it just spiraled from there. I have got like a thing where I like to work things out myself. So I just read the entire, not the entire journey section, but all of the popular journey threads back then and started to do my own tests. And
So you're basically
yeah,
completely
that led to this.
self-taught. You've just kind of
Yeah,
read
yeah.
stuff on the internet, tried stuff out, and gone from there. You never actually bought a training course or anything like that.
Nope.
No, to be fair, you probably don't need to, and I've never have either. You can just figure
Yeah,
this stuff out,
100%.
and there's plenty of
enough
free information.
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree. If you look around and you've got the time to piece it together, there's plenty of free information. You don't need a course.
So, what was your very first project? I mean, it sounds like it might have been something shady if you were hanging around on
Oh
Black Hat
yeah,
World.
it was. Yeah, it was. The very first stuff. I didn't start with SEO. I started with YouTube, and it was just a bot that I'd flag videos that I wanted the bot to download, and then it'd re-upload them. Put a CPA link in the description, and this is across hundreds, if not thousands, of accounts. I had reverse proxies running everything to try and
Oh
minimize the
God,
footprint. Then
yeah,
there'd be an overlay at the start. It was beauty tutorials that I did it with. And then I'd put a watermark on with the bot saying, click the link in the description for beauty samples. They'd click the link, put the email in, and I'd get, I think it was $1.80 per email, I think, if I remember correctly.
wow,
And that was that was before the high retention view update with YouTube. So it was a lot cheaper to buy fake views to boost your videos and stuff. That's the very first thing I did.
and did that
And
make
then
you any
moved on to
money?
turn and burn. Yeah. I was so lucky with pretty much everything I've done. I've been lucky I've got in where it's still working and then got smashed within months. All
Yeah,
the way through my career, I've been hit by so many updates.
it was like
But
kind of
yeah, it
smash
was
and grab. You just get in, get the money, and then it's good while it lasts.
yeah. Back then it was a lot easier because you didn't need high retention views. But then because of people using clickbait thumbnails just to get a flash view and manipulate the algorithm and stuff like that, YouTube changed it and the costs went astronomical, so it wasn't worth it anymore.
Yeah, now they're a little bit more intelligent, and they're looking for, I think,
Yeah, definitely. They've got the
viewer
processing power to
engagement.
do.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
none of that kind of
100%.
spammy stuff works anymore, does it? You really have to
Yeah,
up your game
in
and do
my
quality
opinion,
stuff.
it doesn't. No one I know who came up doing that kind of stuff or churn and burn stuff still do that. They've moved on to either long-term SEO, where you'd use like niche edits or guest posts, or they just went to paid traffic and now they buy Facebook ads or Google AdSense ads or something like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Anyway, let's go to some questions. Sean is an expert on things like SEO, so if you've got any questions regarding that, now is the time to put them in the chat. I will try and get through as many as I can, but obviously the chat does move a bit fast, so if I miss you, don't take it personally. But Gaz got in with a quick question and said, does having Google ads on your site make Google look at your site more favourably? In theory, that would make sense that they want sites running Google ads.
Yeah,
appearing well on
I'd
Google.
say in theory, legally, I'm pretty sure it's an issue. They've got a few antitrust laws, antitrust cases going against them right now anyway, so I doubt they want more heat. I don't think that'd be a thing though, but I would be curious if like Ahrefs or SEMrush who scrape the internet had any data to look into that. But I don't think that'll be an active thing in the algorithm. It's probably too high risk for the
It is just to promote
reward.
Google Google
Yeah.
hosted sites, Google domain sites, any of that stuff.
I think they make most of their money from the ads at the top of the search page anyway, rather than the AdSense network. Like the cost per
Yeah,
clicks on the actual Google page is so much higher if you're trying to buy ads.
that's true. And you've got to bear in mind that other ad networks like Ezoic, Mediavine, they're all kind of powered by Google as well. So Google is
Yeah.
going to be making money from all those guys as well. Simon says, does the pause play function work on tonight's live show? Yes, it should do. You can go forwards, backwards, and afterwards you can watch the whole thing. Party's only just starting, Phil. Yeah, missed anything? Corn will be here later. Oh, hang on a second. I just seen Super Overfied League has hit 100 New Zealand dollars super chat. Wow. I'm not sure how much that is, but that sounds like quite a lot.
See, the
Thank
beard's
you.
getting a fan club, mate. You need to keep
I know.
growing it.
He's been on at me for months, if not years, to grow a beard. So
You've
it pays.
finally cared.
It pays. Right, let's keep going. You can have one more horn for that. So let's go. Any more questions? Okay, here we go. One from UK Beauty Room, who I know is a big fan of your channel. How many words do you aim to publish on your website every month? I have 2 sites and I aim to get 10,000 words a month on one and 20,000 words a month on the other. What should I be aiming for? What would you say to
As
that?
much as possible, in my opinion. With me, I do a lot of testing, like a lot of. Oh, we're still this month. We're still in August. My mind's thinking it's September already, but a lot of this month has just been test articles, doing different things for a project I want to start next year. But when I first started out with this kind of blog, I was doing 9,000 words a day. And
Wow.
looking back, it really was soul destroying. I'd get up at 8 o'clock and I'd just work all day and do about 9,000 words a day for about 3 months straight. It was.
And you're
wasn't
writing that stuff
ideal.
yourself?
Yeah. Back then, I lost everything. Basically, I handed my notice in for the Air Force, and then Penguin 4 rolled out, so all my churn and burn stuff stopped working. Then a few months after that, the Fred update rolled out, so I lost all my PBN stuff. So my income was basically zero. I was living off savings, so I was just trying everything. And then thankfully, stuff started to work. But yeah, that was not a good time writing that much content every day. I wouldn't recommend it either for like your mental health or your fingers. The RSI definitely kicks in.
tapping the keyboard like that.
Yeah,
So, but you'd say that time investment, that blood, sweat, and tears is now paying off.
In my opinion, yeah, I make a full living from the data sets I gathered
From
from
those articles that you wrote back
Everything
then.
is spiraled from those initial tests. So, in my opinion, it was worth it. But at the time, because obviously with hindsight, you can say, oh, it's worth it. But if you're just starting out, I know it's a horrible slug. It really is.
Yeah, just basically put out as much as you possibly can. When you've got a spare moment, a spare bit of time, get an article out, crank it out. And obviously you can use tools like Jarvis and stuff to really help you with that, or indeed writers. Anyway,
Yeah,
Phil has got...
outsourcing's a good trick.
Yeah, outsourcing definitely helps. Phil asks, does having a better host help with ranking?
Better. There's a few different ways you can look at better. There's definitely worse. That's quantifiable with slow page loads, or they'll cut you off randomly because you've exceeded server resource limits because of your package. But the main hosts, stuff like Cloudways or SiteGrounds, the big ones, I really don't think it matters as much as some people let on. You might get a tenth of a second faster on page loads, but most of the internet, most websites, they're not optimized anywhere. They're ridiculously slow. So I really don't think it's worth the extra money these faster web hosts try and charge.
Speed is indeed a ranking factor, but how much of a factor, we don't know.
Yeah, and exactly.
If your site, I mean, there is bad hosting for sure. If your site feels really slow, if you do have to wait for pages to load, that's not good. But trying to shave off the odd millisecond, getting obsessed with the Google PageSpeed tool, probably not a good use of your time.
Yeah, you can probably put your time into content generation instead and be done with it.
But you did say also uptime, I think, is important, and you want a host that's reliable, and your site needs to stay online for most of the time. Alexi, I think that's maybe how you pronounce it. Do you recommend start an Amazon affiliate niche site now?
Not in the way I used to. The YouTube widget is absolutely swamping by your intent stuff. I know a few guys who were Amazon affiliates. The majority are now scaling into informational style websites. But the site I started in January this year, I use Amazon as a supplementary income on informational articles. So, for example, I'll basically have a paragraph in there that's sales copy for a product. So, say you're talking about how to charge an iPhone, for example. The actual charging cable, I'd probably say, oh, we'd recommend this charging cable if you damage the one that comes with it, or a charging dock where you can charge multiple phones all at once, and do one paragraph near the top of the article and just try and push them to Amazon. So far, it is working. I think I made about $300 on the site I made in January using that method, because all the buyer intent pages on that page unfortunately got hit by the July core algorithm update, and they're not even in the SERP anymore.
Oh, God.
But that's what I'm planning to do moving forward. Display ads, primary monetization right now with Azoic, and then the Amazon affiliate program is a secondary monetization source.
Okay. I mean, I think the Amazon affiliate is a great way to cut your teeth anyway, and I'm still getting success with it personally.
Yeah.
Creating very product focused sites. You know, the popcorn site has sold some machines. I've got an update on the pressure washer site, which is only 6 months old. That has started to get sales. Sold 2 pressure washers last month in August. So this month, because I'm like you, I think it's September. September's tomorrow. Yeah. So I think it's fine, but actually I think maybe a combination of the two now. And
I'm definitely doing
the popcorn
hybrid now.
site. I'm putting a lot of informational articles on there. But often there's a way to link between the two. There's a way to link between, you know, can you cook popcorn in olive oil? And then you can link through to, you know, the best popcorn machines on another post that are good for making popcorn with olive oil. That's a bad example. But yeah, there's often interlinking between the two. And
You've got to factor in
put a video up on this, didn't
commission cuts as well, like with Amazon.
Yeah.
Last year, they cut their commission. So stuff like that, at least with display ads, say if one network goes down, I can just flip to another network. There's a problem there, flip to another one.
Yeah. And one thing I actually wanted to mention, I noticed that in the new iPhone iOS, which I think comes out very soon, again, Apple are going real hard on privacy. And for example, within Apple Mail, they're going to block like the email tracking cookies, so you can't even see when people have opened your emails. What effect do you think this kind of privacy stuff's going to have on us, as you know, people running ads and as affiliate marketers?
So with, thankfully, Google Chrome is still the dominant browser, and I know there's the death of cookies coming up, but because of how much money Google makes from their ads, I really don't think they'd kill cookies unless they had a backup ready to go. So, and then the death of cookies is getting postponed as well. So personally, I don't really think that side of it will have a major effect. But on the flip side, in the smartphone world, Apple do have a massive market share. And if they do put that into Safari natively, we'll have to see what happens. The original ad blockers, the ad companies worked out ways around them pretty quickly, and then uBlock Origin, I think it's called, the newer plugin that blocks everything, that was then developed. So it's like a war between people blocking ads and then ad companies working out how to get around it. So I do think it'll be interesting in the coming few years when it comes to ad income, but see what happens.
But you don't think affiliate marketing is going anywhere yet? Or
affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing, it doesn't have to be SEO. Like I said, one of my friends, he makes a killing with Facebook ads.
Yeah.
He tries to get his cost per click to 1 cent. He's in America, and he pushes a lot of traffic with Facebook ads. He doesn't use any Google traffic at all, and he makes his income that way. So that is another thing you can look at with affiliate marketing. Yeah, but I'm really not a fan of paid traffic myself.
No, it's very easy to lose lots of money and burn money very quickly. But in terms of if they kill the cookie, I mean, how will that affect tracking affiliate sales? I mean, I guess they'll find a way around it.
It shouldn't matter, I don't think, with a lot of people, because when I read it, the way I took it was, if it's behind a login wall and you're already logged in, the cookie will pass anyway, or the information will pass. Most people are already default logged into Amazon. So stuff like that, I don't think it'll matter. I was reading a different article about how Amazon actually track their affiliate links. eBay's affiliate program have just changed their system. I keep getting emails to change, but I can't be bothered. I'm just leaving it. So I think with Amazon, I know they make an absolute killing just from general sales, but their affiliates still help them grow. So I think they'll be working on the back end as well to try and make sure the affiliate program is there in some form.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. What do you recommend if your AdSense account is not getting approved, even if you upload more content?
Keep spamming them. And one of my friends literally didn't change a thing on his site. He got the rejection email. I just said, just reapply straight away, press the button, and that the person who checked him that time approved him. And that's happened multiple times. I've told people on Reddit and Black Hat World to do that, and it's worked. So I think it's just the person who your application goes through to.
It does seem completely random.
Yeah, 100%.
In fact, I remember having an experiment with AdSense, and I basically had one site which was a test site and one site which was the live site, and I basically tried to get both approved. Both had exactly the same content on. One got approved straight away, one didn't. It's as Shaun says, it's luck of who you get on the day. Hello, Fred. Good to see you. Shaun, this is from Nick, have you used Surfer SEO? And if so, do you rate it?
I used to use Surfer quite heavily for initial testing, and I'd do what the Surfer SEO metrics told us to do, and the traffic didn't go up. So now I'm not paying $100. Their marketing's really flashy, and I do think it has a purpose in some situations, but I was going into articles for keywords that were at the bottom of page 1 to try and get them to the top 3, and they didn't change position after doing what Surfer told us. So I've got no plans to use that anymore.
So you didn't see any value in that? And
not for its price either.
What are your thoughts in general on kind of SEO plugins like Yoast and Rank Math and all?
Yeah, I don't use any at all. The amount of people I get reaching out saying, "Oh, the thing at the bottom of Yoast where it says use the keyword this many times," and then they over-optimize the keyword, and it's like, that's not what you do, man. In my opinion, I know people like to customize their meta description, and Yoast makes it easy. I don't even do that. Like, I don't use any SEO plugins at all.
No, probably not needed. What do you use for things like your XML sitemap? Do you just use the?
I just use the Google XML sitemap plugin. That's all I use, the normal one.
And what about your page titles and all that kind of stuff?
I just use the default WordPress one.
Okay.
I'm really over the last since all the pandemic started, a lot of my friends have started to get involved in blogging, like my real life friends. And the amount of stuff they're like, "Oh, I need this plugin because I read this article." It's like, never even heard of that, mate. Trust us, you do not need that to be successful doing this.
A lot of them reckon they're going to be like some magic wand that you just install on your thing. It waves over the site.
And people seem to be very eager to spend money on something because it has a nice user interface and promises them the world. And it's like, that's that person making money. It's not necessarily going to help your business. I don't use any of those SEO plugins or even the caching plugins I use. I didn't use WP Rocket. I used Auto Optimize, which is a free one. Now I use the Zoic Leap tool. There's almost always a free alternative with blogging that you can use, and it'll do very similar results.
So don't go and spend loads of money on plugins and stuff when you could spend that on some content. James asked, what advice would you give to someone that's got their site at maybe a couple of £100 a month and they're looking to push it up into 4 figures, get up to 1,000 a month?
Scale into content. You've already proven the concept that it's working. I guess you could look at backlinks, but again, the amount of people who buy backlinks think it's a magic bullet, but even then you need to know what you're doing with backlinks to actually know that you are getting your money's worth and not getting scammed with dead links. So I'd go with content. You've already proven the concept. If you're making money, your traffic should be starting to take off in your analytics. Just do keyword research and get churning the content out. If you need to, get an outsourced writer to help you with that content.
Yeah. If you've got 100 articles and your site's bringing in 200 a month, that means in theory, each article's bringing in £2 a month. So double that up, triple it up. It should scale the same in theory. Basically more content, more money. It's kind of similar question. Ninja Hooya, good to see you. After how many posted articles did it take, Shaun, to actually make a job replacing monthly income? I don't know if you've got a figure on that.
I really can't remember. This is like 5 years ago. It was hundreds though. It's not like, because years ago you used to be able to make these things on micro niche sites. It's not really a thing anymore. Google seem to prefer bigger authority sites, but there's still a lot of guides online teaching the micro niche site method where you might have 10 to 30 pages. I don't know anyone using those. So you do need bigger sites now, in my opinion, to work. Maybe 100 pages if you're buyer intent focused and your product price is high enough, you might be able to get an $80 to $100 RPM. If it's informational, you're probably going to need even more, because $20 to $25 RPM is considered good then.
I'd say it's at least 100, maybe 200, 300,
Yeah,
depending on
yeah,
your,
totally
your
agree.
niche. UK Beauty Room again. Which company do you use to get your backlinks? Talking about spending money on backlinks, and I know you've done a couple of videos on this, but who are you
Yeah.
using at the moment?
Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to UK Beauty Room. She's my new sponsor on my channel on my members tab, so shout out to you. Thanks for that.
Oh,
But
wow. You haven't joined
mate,
my
these
channel, have you? UK Beauty Room. I understand. That's fine. Go on.
but yeah, mate, I just use niche website builders now. I used to use on Black Hat World. There's a thread by a guy called Finn, and he does have some really good links for cheap. But you have to know how to qualify those links, because he'll basically say these are the ones I've got for that niche, and there is dead links mixed in there, because he doesn't just work with the English speaking markets for Google. He works with people who'll use Yandex or Baidu as well. So you have to be able to look and say, I want that one, and that one. It's not as difficult as people think either. Just put the domain into a free SEMrush account, scroll down a tiny bit, you'll see the traffic graph. If there's a major drop off, there's probably a drama with that site, and avoid that one. But yeah, for now, I just use niche website builders, and I've got no plans to change moving forward.
Yeah, I've been using them too. They've been doing some links for Wheel Along. Wheel Along definitely seems to be moving in the right direction. I'm going to do a full video on it. We're only into our 3rd month. I bought one of their link packs, and then before on Best Roof Books, I did have one of their skyscraper link building campaigns. Which
I'm actually buying one of their link packs tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it. It's the $1,000 one. It's like guest posts and niche edits mixed together.
Yeah, I'm on the $600 one, I think. There's discount if you sign up for a recurring. Link in the description. It is an affiliate link. Thanks if you use it. And there's also some discounts if you follow that link. Pop your email address in. Kieran asks, I bought an expired domain which I built out and plan to free onto my main site. Where would you recommend I redirect the homepage to? Expired domains is not something I've ever played around with. Is that something you've...
It is, but I don't use them anymore. Like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, I was using PBNs and expired domains heavily back in 2017, I think it was, and then the thread update from Google rolled out, specifically targeting expired domains, and it just wiped out. I literally lost it was a few thousand, I can't remember how much, but literally overnight killed it all. So since then I haven't touched expired domains, but I do know a few friends who do, but they have to be niche relevant, ideally not actually expired. You'd catch them at auction and buy them then. And that's how they do it, and they're spending a lot of money. And I mean, like $5,000 minimum for their PBN ones, their money site network, the actual blog domain they'll build their site on is $10,000 plus. So
Wow.
Just not doing that. It only saves you a few months as well on your wait time for ranking in Google, from what I've seen. So it's just not something I'm planning on doing myself.
Okay. But if you were to redirect, where would you redirect it to? The homepage or onto a deeper page?
If you've siloed the site, the homepage, because ideally internal structure should flow the link juice through your site. But if you haven't siloed the site, I don't silo mine. I'd go for an internal page that is high search volume, or at least high income potential. It might be low search volume, but the commission potential on the back end could be higher. I'd point it at that page and try and rank it.
Makes sense. Revenue and incomes, aka Simon asks, we have touched on this. In terms of your on-page SEO, is there anything that how much time do you spend on that? I mean, generally a well-written and well-structured article doesn't need a lot of on-page SEO. Personally, that's what I think.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah.
It's like we said earlier, I honestly think there's a lot of stuff out there trying to charge people money for stuff, for on-page and off-page services. All I do is I'll do my keyword research and identify a primary keyword that I want to write an article about. Then I'll take that, put it in Google. If there's anything related to it in the Google dropdown, I'll use that as a subheader within the article.
Yeah.
Then I'll scroll to the people also asked widget and check that for relevant stuff I can use, and that's pretty much it. I don't use meta tags, or I don't even use alt text on images. I keep it very basic, so I just fly through it as fast as possible.
Yeah. The main things are the title of the article, the bit that you put at the very top of your WordPress, and then just your headers, and make sure that they're logically structured. You use H2s and H3s. And as Shaun says, you can get a whole article structure just by looking at Google, looking at what the questions are, which are relevant to your topic. Use them as your subheaders. and then build out the article that way, and just make sure it's formatted nice and clean. And yeah, you don't mess around with anything like schema or anything like that, Shaun? Have you played around
No,
with
no,
that
no,
stuff?
no. I honestly, a lot of people, especially my friends, when they know how much money I'm making, and they think I do all this complicated stuff, and it's like, mate, I keep it as simple as
Yeah,
possible. I just focus on churning content out, and then I outsource my backlink creation, and I don't do anything fancy.
perfect. Speaking of outsourcing, Robin asks, are you writing articles yourself still, or have you got writers?
Both right now. I prefer to do test articles myself because it lets us control everything in the article and do the actual tests I want. I'm probably going to start ordering test articles with niche website builders content service. I use their backlink service already. I haven't used their content service yet, but I'll probably order an article tomorrow because the testing I'm doing right now is for a domain for next year where I just want to outsource everything. I'll be focusing on other stuff next year. So I just want to give niche website builders a ton of money and say, these are the keywords, give us the content, backlink to these pages, and then just let it sit and age in with Google.
Sounds
But I'll use
perfect.
buy sell text quite heavily as well for content. And one of my old Upwork writers, he's now on Pro Blogger Marketplace, whatever it's called. A lot of them left Upwork years ago. He's on there, but he emailed me about 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to start working with him again as well. But he is a very good writer. But yeah, right now I'm doing a lot of the content myself.
Yeah, and Robin, I've always outsourced pretty much all of my content. I'm lazy like that, and yeah, I've got a few writers that I've working with, and I also still love Texton. I think they're a good agency and give out some good quality content. You just got to try out a few different writers and see which ones fit your writing style, and actually produce some content that's
Offer
accurate or
feedback as
readable.
well. A
Yeah,
lot of writers will be very responsive to feedback and they won't take it as you being mean. They'll say,
it's not
oh, yeah, no
criticism, it's
worries.
feedback. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
good. Gaz says he's loving Jarvis at the moment. There's a link to Jarvis in the description of this video. Talking about the horrible slug. Now, I know the chat is a little bit behind, so I'm going to quickly try and scroll through and catch up a little bit. Hello, Stephen. Good to see you. Jason says, apart from Google, what's your favorite free tool for keyword research, Shaun?
Google. That's all I use. I literally
Google.
just uploaded a video on Ahrefs and what I think the issues are with their keyword research tool. So many people just want something like a traffic light system where it'll be green, amber, or red, so
Yeah.
they get like
This is
the
going to be an easy
confidence
keyword.
boost.
Yeah, all that stuff.
But I just use the Google search engine results page with the free Mozbar plugin and $10 worth of keywords everywhere credits, and that'll do me for an entire blog.
Yeah,
It can get you hundreds and hundreds of keywords.
couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Actually, I missed your question, Adrian, but it's very similar to, I think, one we just answered, which is if you're getting a site up from 5K up to 10K a month, would you focus on content or links or both? I think Shaun's answered that. You'd probably go for a
Yeah,
bit of both, but
yeah,
mainly
definitely.
content
At
if
that
you've got to focus
stage,
it.
I'd start getting some links as well, though. Like
Yeah,
that, my site I started in January. In January 2022, I was going to start doing higher comp or medium comp keywords. I brought that forward to this month for September, mainly because I was bored, to be honest. And I want to do testing for the outsourced domain for next year. But yeah, again, content. I know some people who have massive content sites and they've never built a link. Morton from the Passive Income Geek channel is a good example. He is earning insane money and he doesn't build any links. He just focuses on content.
yeah. Go check out Morton's channel. He's been on the stream before. I'll have to get him back on. In fact, Morton, I did. He's always travelling about. He's
Yeah, I
just
was just
living
about
the
to say he's
life.
always on holiday.
He's always in Italy, I think,
That's
last
the
time I
life.
spoke to him. Phil Taylor, the magician. Just, I don't know if you've got any experience with the AI writing tools, but what are your thoughts on them? Do you think Google will work out that you're using these AI tools and spank you?
Mate, I honestly think Google already know. One of my friends, you need to keep us in check because I'll start ranting if you just let us
That's
go.
fine. You can rant.
So one of my friends, I literally sat him next to us and showed him exactly what I do. And I was like, all you need to do is do your content now. So he's like, right, okay. He did like 40 articles or something like that himself. Then he bought Conversion AI, I think it is. It's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the GPT-3 tools, and he's turned out a ton of articles. All the AI ones aren't doing anything. The human wrote ones are climbing in the SERP. So, in my opinion, Google are already onto that. Google have
Okay.
one of the top 3 AIs in the world with RankBrain, and people say it's a top 2. So I've got no plans to use AI content at all on my own blogs. I used to use it for tier 1 content years ago. Um, but since the Fred update and the Penguin 4 update, a lot of stuff's changed, so I haven't used it since then. But yeah, I've got no plans at all to do it again.
I mean, I don't know how your friend used the AI tools. I'm a big fan of Conversion AI, which is also called Jarvis AI now.
Yeah,
And on Wheel Along, I've got a few articles. In fact, I created a full length article in a video. That is page 1 of Google. It's still ranking, still
really,
bringing in traffic. I think you've got to take what Jarvis and Conversion AI and all of
and
these
tweak
tools,
it.
you've got to tweak it, you've got to edit
Yeah,
it. Often the facts are wrong.
yeah. I
And
saw Morton's video.
yeah,
Yeah,
you got to use it as like any tool. It's not a magic bullet. You can't just press the
yeah.
button,
It's
let
not
it
set
spew
and
out a whole
forget.
load of stuff. And a bit like those article spinners that we used to have back in the day, where you could just spin out a whole load of articles, publish them, and off
Yeah,
you go. I think if they're
magic
used
button.
well, you'll be fine. I don't see how it's much different to some stuff that I've had back from writers in terms of the quality. But yeah, I think the verdict's out. But at the moment, the AI tools, they seem to be ranking okay. But yeah, I guess you've got to test this stuff out for yourself. And I still think, if you can afford writers, then maybe that's probably a better option. But if you can't, and you're still writing for yourself, and you need to kind of overcome your writer's block and stuff like that, I think AI could possibly help. Anyway, thank you, Johnny. A lot of votes for the beard look.
I'm telling you, man, you need to grow it out fully,
I
Viking
will.
style.
I will go for it. What are your? I don't know. Look like niche website builders. What are Shaun's views on the stupid robot fighting niche? I don't know if you've checked out the stupid robot fighting league. You should definitely go and check
I
it
don't
out.
even know what that is. It's
It's
like Robot Wars.
a bit like Robot Wars, but also nothing like Robot Wars. Can Ezoic compromise the look of your site?
It depends. In my opinion, you should be setting your placeholders yourself, and then you
Yeah.
control exactly where that ad will be. If you, I know you can get their team to set it up, and then you basically say, I want user experience, page speed, or monetization as a priority. They're going to do what you tell them. It's really easy as well, and it'll take you an hour to work out how to use their plugin, but just put the placeholders in yourself. That's my opinion on that, and then it looks exactly what you want it to look like because you've put the ad placeholders where you want the actual ads to show.
I completely agree. If you're not careful, they will plaster your site with ads all over. They'll stick them in between every paragraph, all sorts, make a dog's dinner of your site. So, yeah, you need to have control over your ads. And I think if ads are placed well, it can complement the look of your site and not make it horrible. I just saw that Daniel popped in. Good to see you, Daniel. Another WP Eagler. Okay, I'm going to quickly scroll down a little bit. You can use Surfer with Jarvis. That's right, Gaz. Richard was looking at Surfer this evening. Okay, we're a few minutes back on the comments. Bird asks, do you guys use a silo link structure for your blogs?
I don't. I used it years ago once, and it was just too much effort for the return. And I've not seen any case studies where someone's built the same site twice, essentially to one siloed, one not, to say, look at the benefit of siloing.
Yeah. As long as you just interlink between your posts and stuff in a
Yeah, that's all
relevant
I
and
do.
accurate way, you're fine. If you had this is from Jason, if you had $5,000 to spend on a new informational site, Shaun, how much on content and how much on backlinks? If you've got $5,000 to spend, would you just put the whole $5,000 in content to get the site going?
Yeah, I probably would, to be honest. I'd target very low competition keywords and just drop the $5,000 into content and then let that age in. And when that starts making money, work up the chain of basically zero competition, then low comp, medium comp. I don't really do higher comp because the link spend is insane. But that's basically what I'd do. Try and get content online and get the site paying for itself before you go for backlinks.
Good tip. Dino, good to see you, Dino. Yeah, he doesn't use any SEO plugins. It's not as unbelievable as you think. Carl as well, Carl Broadbent, and a few others have been saying this for
Morton
some
doesn't
time.
either. There's quite a lot who don't. I do use Gutenberg now. It took me probably 9 months from the release of Gutenberg to switch over to using it. And now I love it. I used to hate it, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Gutenberg now.
Yeah, I've started to like it as well. I didn't like it when it first came out. I think it's got to a point now where it's pretty good.
It's smooth. It's not clunky. It actually works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like it now.
The Amazon affiliate prognosis is grey. We just never know where we are with Amazon affiliate.
Yeah, mate. Exactly.
Amazon killed the affiliate program in Colorado, I read. I've not heard that. I'm not sure why they would.
Yeah, I think there's 3 states in America, but it's not Amazon's fault. It's their local state government. You're not allowed to be affiliates in certain states in America. One of my friends actually moved state because that was coming in, and he's a full-time blogger.
What is the reasoning behind that law?
Mate, what's the reason for any law? Probably lobbying. People bribed politicians. But one of my friends actually had to move state where he wanted to move anyway. But in his state, they made being an affiliate marketer illegal. So he just went to a different state.
Yeah, I would have to leave if that ever happened. Hello, Simplified Gardening. Good to see you. What are your thoughts on tools like Uber Suggest?
In all honesty, I've never used it on a serious project. When it first came out, it was pretty buggy, and that's when I tried it. But I have heard good things from some people who I trust, but I've never used it myself seriously, so I can't really say anything more than that, to be honest.
I think Shaun's already said the tools he uses. Just Google with a bit of keywords everywhere, and you're good. Simplified Gardening has got 256 articles. Need to start monetizing it properly now. Well, with some well-placed Ezoic ads and some well-inserted relevant affiliate links, you should be able to start making some money. I think we've already mentioned buying content. I like Texton. Shaun's going to buy some from niche website builders. You'll find links to them in the description. Josh is here. Good to see you, Josh.
Yeah, hi, Josh.
I think you know Josh. Josh is well known in our
I've seen him in the comment sections.
Yeah. Simplified Gardening did well with the crowd content. Hi, Ibram. Good to see you. Let me scroll. I'm scrolling. Dino asks, what do you think of the popcorn theme? No, in fact, you can say
I'm actually going to do a video on it either this month or next month. Carl emailed me a license, but I was going to do it this week. Last week. But I just had, like I said earlier, I got into paddle boarding. And because I'm ginger, I get sunstroke really easily out in the sea. So yeah, I've been man down in bed for most of last week. It is on my list to play around with it. I've got a site ready to go, but I haven't actually installed it yet. But I do want to play around with it.
Have a play with it. Hopefully you'll like it. Soraj says, is there a free giveaway? Well, there will be if we can get to 88 likes. I think we're currently sitting on 62, so not long. Remember, get that 88. Radhakrishna. I'm still practicing on your name. Do apologise. Someone traced out my PBN and reported it. And then they got my AdSense banned. And my question is, can I get my AdSense approval with the same email? Or is he on some kind of
probably not. But that's a bit strange. There was probably something else wrong with your site. I don't think, because there's nothing stopping me building a PBN to your site and getting your AdSense banned. I don't think that's why you got banned personally.
Probably not related.
But it's quite easy to find PBNs these days. Even if you block crawlers, there's still ways you can do it.
Yeah. Think negative SEO is a thing?
No. I've tried it on my own sites. There's literally hosts on the GSA. Do you know what the GSA toolkit is? It's like I used to use it to build literally millions of links a day. And I try to neg my own sites, like negative SEO them, and nothing happens. Google are clever enough to just discount the links because, especially in the black hat community, it's ruthless. So in the higher paying ticket niches, you'll just negative SEO each other's sites if that works. So Google, they can count outbound link count, check the quality of the content, how many new articles are being posted on that blog a day. It's pretty easy to work out spam with blogs and just discount those links. Yeah. So I don't think it's as big of an issue as people say.
Paul asks, how many sites have you got earning income now, Shaun?
That's a good question, because I sold a small one, then I gave 3 other small ones away to friends who lost their job because of the pandemic. You're a nice 5, guy. I think. 6. No, I've got 6. I've got 6 now, yeah.
He's lost count. He's got so many.
I'm only working on one, though. Everything else is historical sites that I've just
kept. The others are just maturing. They're just sitting there.
Just chilling.
Let's talk about security. Femi asks, do you use a security plugin? And how do you avoid getting hacked? And I'll add to that, have you ever been hacked?
Oh man, I've been hacked a lot of times when I first started out, and then I found the Word Fence plugin, free plugin. I turned that on. Never been hacked since. You
Word
use
fence.
stuff like 2FA as well. I've got an app on my phone for two-factor authentication to log into my blogs. I have two-factor authentication turned on for my hosting and domain registrar. Chris on the Niche Safari channel actually has a really good video, and I picked up a few things from that video myself and started using those on my blog. Um, if you go on to Chris Niche Safari on YouTube, you'll be able to find it. It's something about WordPress security. I can't remember the name, but it's a really good video.
Chris is in the chat. That you probably
Shout out to Chris.
point you in the right direction. Mersic says keyword research is the most important thing. Yeah, if you get your research right, get your article structured using proper research stuff, you're half of the way there. But we've already covered this R7 Eagle. Shaun is not using any AI writing tools. He thinks Google will work out what you're doing and possibly could be an issue. On the flip side, I am using AI writing tools and having success. I don't know whether it'll be a short-term, long-term thing, but hey, I think they're great overcoming writer's block and stuff like that. Dino, are small niche sites like Best Roofbox and Popcorn Theme Ones dead in his opinion?
2 seconds, I'm just reading the question. What did you say? The audio cut out. I didn't hear it properly.
A small niche site, it's a bit like the ones I do. For example, I've got one on the popcorn machines or popcorn in general. And my other site, which was Best Roofbox, which obviously was very Roofbox focused. And then I've got another site on pressure washers. Do you think those kind of very focused sites, you know, in theory, if I was going to go for a broad site with the pressure washers, I'd do a site on cleaning, wouldn't I? And just cover things.
No, the site I mentioned earlier that I'm trying to outsource fully next year, it'll probably have 70 pages max. It's a very, very specific niche. But okay. I know people as well who have some random niches. One of them, one of my friends who, just with the lockdown and stuff and being stuck at home, he wanted to get involved in blogging. I told him how to choose a niche. He came back with something. I was like, mate, no one who knows how to use a computer and is involved in that niche. Turns out I was totally wrong. It looks like a lot of other people presumed that as well, because the niche is wide open. He's on about 2,000 organics a day now from Google after about 8 months. I think he started in February. But it's just one of those niches where you're like, mate, that's an old person niche. They don't understand what the internet is, and he's absolutely dominating it because there's no one else involved in that niche. But it's literally a very, very specific niche, so 100% they still work. Perfect.
Texton are great, but they don't follow instructions. I've not had that problem with Texton. They do tend to follow instructions. In fact, they often come back to me with questions. By the way, Texton don't have an affiliate program. I just talk about them because I think they're good. Gaz asks, how important is it to link your internal posts within your site? I think internal linking is very important. It can have a big effect on your kind of SEO position.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I agree, mate. Even just having control of the internal anchor text of what you link to, in my opinion, can help. But for stuff like link sculpting, for example, the page when I said I'm buying a pack from Niche Website Builders tomorrow, that page that I'm going to backlink internally links out to a bunch of other pages to try and sculpt the link juice throughout the site. I guess some people are trying to call it siloing, but it's not like Bruce Clay's original version of siloing where it's from the home page to all the categories then to internal articles. It's just literally an internal article with internal links to other pages on the blog. Yeah. And then, but yeah, mate, I totally agree. Internally linking is important. The thing I disagree with is I just throw it into the article where relevant. I don't stick to silos or anything like that. I just link. No. Often, and it can increase your income. That's why I love big data analytics on Azoic. I can go in and see how much of the traffic is people clicking through internal links, and it actually makes us quite a lot of money just by linking other stuff because they're getting
you're generating more page views, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So even just on that, in my opinion, it is worth doing.
Andy asks, what format layout do you use for writing buyer's guides? Do you have like a template or anything like that, or do you just?
Yeah, I do, but I don't even have the template. I could go on my old sites and find it, I guess. But the main thing that I did with all of my affiliate sites is have a comparison table. I usually have about 300 words at the top, then a comparison table. And when you use stuff like heat mapping tools to see where people click, or your analytics for on-page time, in my opinion, people get the comparison table and just click the best one. Or some of them I'd say this is like the high-end one, this is like the average price, and this is the entry level. They get to that and then they just click off. They don't That's for the user, and like thousands and thousands of words after it's just for Google.
Yeah.
But just do features and benefits and who, what, when, why of who'd use the
Yeah.
product when
Use
and why
bullet
and
points,
how.
images, tables. People, as you say, are just going to scan and they're going to say, oh, well, that one looks like the best one, and they're going to click through. In
Yeah,
terms
yeah.
of tables, do you use a plugin, maybe like
I use
AAWP
AURP. Yeah, yeah.
or
I
AWP? It
just use.
depends how you like to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know that. I'm sure someone else has called it AURP and then I picked it up. But yeah, it's AAWP. But I used to use Table Press. If you don't want to buy AAWP, Table Press is an excellent, excellent free WordPress
Yeah.
plugin.
Or indeed, if
And
you
it's
haven't got
so
access to
user
the
friendly as
API,
well.
you need Amazon API access in order to use something like AWP.
Yeah.
But if you want to check it, it's wpeagle.com/AAWP. It's an affiliate link, of course. Ibrahim, how to rank a new website? Basically, how do you rank a new website when you've got that brand new website? How do you get it ranking? I think a lot of people get quite obsessed. They're looking in the Google Search Console and they're seeing if it's
Yeah.
been indexed and seeing if it's been discovered and all that stuff. Is there a trick to get that new site ranking, or is it just a matter of time?
One thing I'd always recommend, if you've already registered the domain, it's a bit late, but put the domain name into Wayback Machine and see if it's ever been registered before. I've had a few people in the last few months reach out with problems, and that, in my opinion, is a factor because the domain's been registered before and you don't know what they did with it or why they dropped it. If it is a clean domain, though, try and target keywords that no one else is targeting, but they are very hard to find in most niches. So find stuff with Quora, Reddit, or forums ranking, or blogs that are less than D820, and try and target those keywords en masse.
Makes sense. Mohit asks, my blogs complete. Oh, sorry, my blog. Let me start again. My blogs compete with the top tech news blogs. I used to build backlinks by commenting, but now blogs have removed the link section. What can I do? I don't think blog commenting is probably a link building technique that's going to.
No, they usually no follow anyway.
Yeah.
And a lot of comment sections, they'll be moderated, so it's hard to get the comment approved. But I'd switch to contextual links, so niche edits or guest posts. Or I am using forum links quite heavily right now, and I don't know if she's watching. There's someone on the Black Hat World forum called Rita Fairclough, I think, the real name of Rita from Coronation Street.
Right.
I know that's random, but there's a few
Yeah.
people on Black Hat World that don't even bother with contextual links now. Their strategy is to get as many referring domains from sites that are reputable in Google, so you can't go out and spam random forums and have the links deleted. It's basically services that have artificial accounts, and then they fake conversations with each other, and then they'll put the link in. But I know people who are ranking, they just swell the referring domain names to their blogs and rank for pretty decent keywords.
There you go. I do follow links. This is from your computer room that are from sites that are below DA30 worth anything. I got some links from sites that are DA23, DA25. Will they even make a difference? Surely any link's a good link, is it not?
Yeah, I was just about to say, especially if your blog's brand new, any link is a good link. And there used to be a technique I used years and years ago with mammy bloggers before niche relevancy was a thing. Because mammy bloggers would have quite high domain authority, but they didn't have a clue about link building. So you'd say, oh, I'll give you $10 if you link to my article, and they'd take it, and it's like a $70 link. But with low D8 links, you can use it to dilute your anchor text. So instead of trying to dilute with a niche relevant or keyword relevant anchor text, use click here or read more here or something like that. And it increases your referring domain count, like the strategy I was just talking about with forums.
So any link is good. Don't worry. Don't get too obsessed with that DA. Quick question. How much do you pay per word? From Dave.
On buy sell text, it's 2.5 cents, I believe. But with them, I give them an exact template of literally the subheaders of what I want them to write about all the way through it. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm buying an article from Niche Website Builders, and I have no idea what their rate is, but whatever their rate is for their content.
Okay. Hassan asks, please interview John Dykstra. I will. I don't know John. I'll have to try and connect with him. Talking about AI. AI is simply a guide, not a replacement. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're a bit behind. I'm going to have to scroll through. I may have to skip some of your questions. We've done the backlinks. Very quick question. What's the highest EPM you've ever had on one of your sites, Shaun, this year? EPMV or whatever.
EPMV, it's like $24 on Azoic, I think.
Wow.
I've just got a new Azoic premium tier today, actually. But RPM, if you include Amazon, it's like $125, but it's a very high price point niche. And it'll be hard to get that kind of RPM if you're just starting out. So I'd usually go the informational route. But there's people on Reddit on Just Start getting $50 RPM from display ads in some niches. The potential is crazy, but unfortunately, I'm not in those niches.
It depends on the niche. It depends on lots of things. There you go.
Yeah.
Very quick question from Chef Travels. Business directories, any good for backlinks?
It's not really something I work in because of the nature of the blogs I build. But if you're trying to do like local SEO or something like that, for example, the best gardener in London or something like that, maybe. But again, it's really not what I do. I've never tried it, so I don't know.
No. Good to see you. I like cruise ships. Thank you for the comment on the bid. Simplify is going to get away from Amazon. Thinks they're going to kill it off altogether soon. Mohit says getting success with high competition keywords is impossible if less backlinks. It will be a struggle. Yeah, without.
Yeah, it'll definitely be hard.
Have you used? Sorry, yeah, I'm just going to rattle through. Has Shaun used Keyword Care?
Keyword Care.
Carl's keyword service.
Oh no. I know this sounds crazy, but keyword research actually relaxes me. So it's like I use that to unwind after churning out content. So I prefer to do my keyword research myself.
Yeah. I
say things back to people and they think I'm insane, but to me it just relaxes me somehow.
I've used Carl's service. It's been very good. Also, the content on Best Corn Popper, at least the first 25 articles were from keywords from Carl. Automated narrator plugins. That sounds horrendous. What is that? Any good? Are they required? I've not seen any blogs with that. Is that?
I don't know what that is.
Reads the content to you.
Is it like a dragon dictation, like voice to text, maybe?
So.
But I really don't know.
I'm good, SK. Thank you for being here. Shaun, what's your primary affiliate program?
Still Amazon. I did try eBay, but it's ridiculously bad. Like no one converts on eBay.
No.
So yeah, still Amazon, but I am trying to diversify as fast as possible, but it's hard because no one buys stuff on other sites these days.
But obviously on your YouTube channel, there must be other affiliate programs you can talk about.
Oh yeah, I make barely anything off YouTube. Like Carl's video from like 3 weeks ago, I think it was, about where are all the YouTubers, and it's just the ROI, it's not there. For 4 months, from April until the start of this month, I was busy doing my own business and helping my friend grow his. So I didn't do much YouTube. This month, it's more of just a way to get away from content production in text format. I personally don't do YouTube for money. You really don't make much money. Carl's video was very good at explaining it.
But you've been pumping out the videos the last few weeks or the week or so.
Yeah,
popping up.
Yeah, because from April, I think it was the back end of April till the start of this month, I didn't do much YouTube. I was literally at a computer typing, so it's just an escape from that and to deal with a backlog of Trello entries for YouTube videos.
Jason's got a big question here. Where do you see the industry in 5 years, and will you still be in it? Because he knows you've already got some other investments. I know you're getting in stocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But where do you see this game in 5 years, and will you still be in it?
Oh, mate. So the site I was referring to earlier, the one I want to outsource, that's basically going to be a test for growing sites for 18 months and selling them to get cash to put in property or stocks or other stuff like that. I do think it's a good idea to be worried. Literally every year since I've been involved in this, every single year something's happened to make it worse or harder to make money with. But I think I'll always mess around on YouTube because it's more of a hobby than something I take seriously. But I'd like to say I'll be involved in blogs, but it's just getting harder and harder with every year.
Yeah. There might be something else by then, and who knows, but definitely kind of diversify your stuff and don't put all your eggs in one basket. We have talked about age domains. I'm going to quickly go through that. Can my website gain backlinks without me knowing about it? Gaz, that indeed is the dream. If you create good content and it gets out there, then some people might link to it just because it's good stuff.
Yeah, you can check them in Webmaster Tools. It is surprising how many backlinks you get. I didn't really think that was a thing, but once you start getting traffic, you can get some good backlinks just without you doing anything.
Yeah. Mum Van Up, good to have you on, by the way. I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello. What's your daily routine, Shaun? She remembers all the time from Shaun's videos that you kind of work full-time hours, even though obviously you work.
Yeah, that's one of my things on Reddit. I say it all the time. If you want a full-time income from blogging, you pretty much have to put full-time hours into it, at least when you're first starting out.
Yeah.
Right now, I try to do about 3,000 words a day, but that's because I'm trying to do longer form articles to build backlinks to them. And then I pretty much chill out. I read a lot. There's not much I can do up here. Like where I live, not many of the bars are back to normal because of lockdown and stuff. So basically just work all day.
Yeah.
I'll probably do another day in the life video or something soon and just document what I do.
I haven't done one of them. I must think about doing one of them. Dave says, what happens if you lose your phone with 2FA? Well, with an iPhone, as long as you've got a backup and you make sure that you encrypt the backup with a password, you can do that when you back up your phone on your computer, you should be fine. Other than that,
you can get physical seeds as well. Like I've got mine in my safe, so if I lose my phone, I just open the safe and it's all there.
Yeah, you got to be really careful to FA. You're absolutely right, though. If you do lose your phone, you can be in trouble. Best strategy to choose a niche worth building a site around. How do you go about choosing a niche? It's always a big question, and you've already kind of touched on when you spoke to your friend and they came up with this niche idea, and you said that'll never work. And it worked.
And then it smashed it, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's not an exact science to this, is there?
No, not at all. But my recommendation is if you're typing the content, choose one of your hobbies that you're already involved in so you know so much about it that you don't have to waste hours researching the article every single day. It saves you so much time. But people do all sorts. If you're outsourcing, it doesn't matter because that's on the writer. But my recommendation is choose one of your hobbies and look for low comp keywords if possible.
There you go. Mom Van Up is getting some love there. I am building websites with blogs on draft. I'm not sure if it'd be best to get the Amazon affiliate program sorted now or when everything is in place. When would you recommend that you start kind of monetizing up the site, adding affiliate links and ads and all that stuff?
I'd put them in straight away because if you don't get the 3 conversions or whatever you need on Amazon, actually it was you who told us last time I was on your channel that you just reapply and they just refresh the duration. Get the links in now so you haven't got to go back and edit all of your articles. If you don't get the conversions, just hit the button and Amazon reset the duration anyway. Yeah,
you're fine. And you should, if you're putting the work in, 3 months should be okay to get a couple of sales. Mohit, I am indeed reading your advice. I don't like your tone, though. We are answering the questions as fast as we possibly can. There's always one. I'm going to skip through some questions so that I'm a little bit up to date. We have been going for an hour. I don't want to take Shaun up all night. We've got 80 likes, so we need 8 more likes, and then we can have a little bit of this, which is indeed a giveaway. Astra is a good theme. I just received his email that my review is halfway through. The content is original. That's fine. They'll get to the end of that, and you should be fine. How to choose relevant pages for internal linking. You should just know, really, when you sort of start typing about stuff and writing, you should think, oh, actually, I've got an article on that where I could link to. But if you need extra help, you can use plugins like Link Whisper, which will try and identify link opportunities. Have you ever used Link Whisper, Shaun?
No, but I pretty much do what you just said. Like, I have in the WordPress search bar, I'll put the key term in there to see if I've got any historical articles that'll fit with it. So, say the example earlier, iPhone charger, I'll put iPhone in the search. Then it puts all the iPhone related articles at the top and see if I can integrate any of them for internal links. That's all I do.
Yeah. If you know your site and you know the kind of content you've been putting up, you should kind of be able to spot those linking opportunities, although I often miss them.
Yeah, when you get into hundreds of pages or...
it can get a little bit overwhelming. This is when a plugin like Link Whisper can help, but Link Whisper can sometimes slow down your site. There's a link to Link Whisper, by the way, in the description. Carl has that problem with the domain he has. Oh, really? In terms of bad history? I didn't know that. Oh, MMK, I didn't see your super chat. I do apologise. Keep the beard at this length, in my opinion. Okay, well, maybe I've got
Mate,
no
that
idea.
beard's making you a lot of money, dude. You
Yeah, the
need
beard.
to keep it.
That's
Start beard
simple.
OnlyFans.
How to make money on YouTube. Grab it.
Grow beard. That's your next niche.
I've got no idea where to go with it once it gets longer. How do I trim it? I don't know. We'll get to that. There's going to be some niche.
Itchy, man. It's not
already
ideal.
itching. It's already itching on my face. Yep, $130 off the beard. Indeed. Is there a correlation to number of articles versus income? Well, actually, Shaun did a video on this just this week, I think, where he kind of has 5 imaginary sites, but based on real information, and kind of it's a bit of a guessing how much of the income is. I think there is a correlation between how much content you've got and how much income, but that's not always going to be the same across different niches.
You need the keywords in those articles to be bringing traffic as well, though. There's no point doing like 500 high comp keywords and never ranking for any, because you won't get traffic.
Jason asks, in your Black Hat days, what was the cheekiest thing you tried on a site, Shaun, apart from the YouTube stuff?
Mate, I did so many things. All my posts are still on the GSA forum of like all my guides and what I typed up. But yeah, I really don't know, to be honest.
Okay,
I did a lot.
Tried all sorts of naughty
I didn't
things.
do anything illegal. That was my rule. Like, I didn't want to dramas with the police, and I was still in the Air Force when I started, so I didn't do anything illegal. Yeah. But yeah, it's I know some people who've done some crazy stuff and it's worked. And yeah, that's not my thing though. Some of the stuff they've done.
Anyway, we've hit 90 likes, so we will be doing a giveaway in a minute. Let's drop the bomb on that. I'm going to do a few more questions. I mean, we'd love to go all night, but we can't go all night. Do you use Pinterest, asks the Nomad overseas, and if so, does it generate a decent amount of traffic for you?
I do play with Pinterest, and it's bringing like 14 organics a day versus 800 from Google, so there's definitely a disparity. Yeah, and to be fair, I really don't know what I'm doing on Pinterest. I just put pins into Tailwind and say post these, and it does it. I just focus on Google personally.
Okay, Stephen asks, have you worked on any local SEO campaigns?
No. I
Okay.
get offered them, but it's like being a sprinter and being a distance runner. It's kind of the same, but it's not. I get offered freelance work, but I don't do it anyway, and I don't do local SEO either.
That's fair enough. Interesting question here. I reverse engineered one of my competitors' websites in the gardening niche. They've got 32 articles indexed with 700 to 800 words, only a monthly traffic of 400k. How is it possible?
The traffic prediction's probably wrong.
Yeah,
my
unless you've seen their analytics, you don't know how much traffic they're getting.
Yeah.
I often, any of these tools, like where these competitor analysis type tools, run your own sites through it, and you'll see that how wrong they are in terms of traffic numbers.
100% agree with that. Some of them are insanely off by like multiple tens of thousands.
Yeah, because they take the keyword volume, search volume, which is obviously not right anyway, because the only company that knows that is Google, and they don't share that information. And then they do a calculation with the average click-through rates and stuff, and it's just a made-up number.
Yeah.
Did Shaun make any stories on his sites? Not sure what that question means, but does it mean anything to you?
I think he means like, do you know, personal blogging, where people be like, this is my day and this is what I did. That's not like, I call it blogging, but like I don't do personal blogging about my life. I build niche sites. Like that's the correct term, I guess, what you'd call it.
Have you? This is from Jason. Have you ever had like content copied word for word?
No, I haven't. I saw Carl had an issue with that like a year ago, maybe. I don't know how he fixed it. Actually, I'm sure in Webmaster Tools now there's a thing, and you just report them, and Google kick them out of the SERP. Never had that issue, so I've never tried it.
Yeah, you
but
can report.
I know Carl had that
content.
issue.
Yeah. Jarvis versus local writer, which is best? Well, you'd always do better with a local writer, especially if you can talk to them and mold them and switch them. Jarvis is not a replacement for a writer. Okay. We were talking about this actually before we came on. Shaun, have you fixed that wall yet? The one before?
Oh, I don't live there anymore. I moved house in October.
Got a big fat mansion now, of course.
Yeah, man, it was easy to move house and fix that wall. Trust us.
Yeah. Question, is embedding your own videos in your written blog good when it's relevant? I'd say so, yeah.
I don't do that because my niche sites, I don't do YouTube channels for them. But
No.
I think it's Chris, Niche Safari. He put a video up on one of his income reports and he uses the ad player in a Zoic and it's adding like a decent chunk to his RPM. But because I don't make videos for my niche sites, I've never tried it. But I'd imagine it would. It gets views to your YouTube. And if you use their Zoic ad player, they get a pre-roll, so you make more money there as well.
Yeah. Have you ever embedded anyone else's videos?
Yeah. That's another black hat thing from years ago because the actual embed is a backlink to the YouTube video. So you'd be blasting the actual YouTube URL, but Google counted that way. So we evolved from there to embedding the YouTube video in like a free WordPress blog or a Blogger blog and blast that, put its domain up, its DA up, and then it'd pass through the embed. But that's years ago. I don't do anything like that anymore.
What do you think of the cadence theme? You ever used that?
Oh, mate. I'm going to try. I get so many people on my YouTube channel saying, check out Cadence and check out GeneratePress. I don't make blogs fast enough to check them, but I am going to check GeneratePress or Cadence on my next blog. I haven't tried Cadence or GeneratePress myself yet, though.
No, it's just finding the time to play with all these
yeah, man, tell us about it. There's only so many hours in the day.
I don't know why in WordPress there is no plugin for internal links. I've just said one. It's called Link Whisper. There's a link in the description. Okay. You've obviously tried that as you're shouting. Link Whisper is worse. Link juice not clear. Fair enough. Okay, I think I've caught up. And if you start shouting, read my comment, please. I'm not going to read any more of your comments. Anyway, Chris Niche Safari is there. I think it's about time to let Shaun go. Let's finish with Nick's question, which is, what theme do you use? Speaking of themes.
Astra. I'm a big fan of the free version of Astra. But like I said, I'll check out Popcorn and see what I think of that. But all my blogs are in Astra right now.
But on that note, we're going to do a giveaway. If you want to win, indeed, a copy of Popcorn theme, I'll get you a license worth $99. Maybe some fetching WP Eagle merch. We've got the shirts, we've got the mugs, usual stuff. You just need to say something in the chat, and you've got 30 seconds to do that. So say hello, say whatever you like. Me and Shaun are going to transition over here. Okay, let me see if I can lift you up. There we are, perfect. So you say something in the chat right now, and I don't know why I've gone to wheel. I wanted to go to the wheel of names, of course. Oh, good. We're all saying hello. That's perfect. Keep it clean in the chat. You got another 20 seconds.
This is one way to boost your comments, dude.
That's the idea. There's plenty of interaction. I can see that we've hit 103 concurrent viewers. It's fantastic. Total chat revenue for the beard tonight, £75. Fantastic. You can have a mug. We got mugs. Got some obviously mugs featuring some of Josh's famous quotes like "You're just thinking wrong," or indeed Franklin Hatchett style "Stop. Give me 30 seconds of your time." Or indeed the first rule of content: don't fluff. Well, there's just the traditional WP Eagle. In fact, there's another WP Eagle mug in the store, which is just the logo. Go check it. Thank you, Peter, for saying nice things will not influence whether you win on the draw.
Trying to bribe
10
you.
seconds. Yeah.
Man, they're going crazy. You can't even see what they're saying anymore.
No worries, Jeremy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, let's go. Scooping up the names now. All the way down to Webistic. I didn't see you there, Webistic. Good to see you. Well, I hope you're not buffering, Stephen. Oh, it's a full wheel tonight. I think you're all in there. So I think on that note, let's get the drum roll. Good luck indeed, all. Let's go.
Good luck, guys.
Oh, it's going to be... Is it member 2 months? Member 2 months! Which, of course, is not a real person. So, we can go again.
You fixed it.
Member 6 months. What the heck?
You definitely don't want to give this license away, dude.
No. We're going to have to go again. Third time's the charm. It's Trusted Playlist. Congratulations, Trusted Playlist. It is indeed a popcorn giveaway. So, Trusted Playlist, are you there? Did you see that you're a winner? If you did, you need to email me. Trusted Playlist. The email address is, I'm trying to point, it's down the bottom corner, eagle@WP Eagle. And I will sort you out. Oh, hang on, stop. As we've had such a fantastic super chat amount tonight, I'm going to do one more to all you guys. It's been a really good stream. So I think 2 is what we need to do. Chris, you are indeed in the spin. I keep going to Wheel Along, which of course is a fantastic site, but we don't need to look at it right now. Let's go. I've got a fresh scoop of names. Let's see if member 6 months wins again. This is the final one. I think it's Joanne.
Yeah.
It is indeed Joanne. I think Joanne was after a copy of popcorn. So, Joanne, if you would like a license of popcorn, you need to drop me an email and I'll sort you one out. But
well done. Congratulations.
On that note, let me just, let's see if I can make Shaun a little bit bigger and myself a little bit bigger. There we go. Thank you, Shaun, for joining me. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, man. That Wheel of Fortune thing, it's a highlight of my night. Living the dream.
Well, stay right there. I'm gonna say goodbye to this lot, and we'll have a quick chat afterwards, if that's all right.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, do go check out Shaun's channel. There's a link to it in the description, or just do a search for Shaun Mars, and you will find him. And do check out his videos. He's been posting quite a few the last few days, so go check them. But yeah, thanks a lot, Shaun. I'll speak to you in a minute.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, hang on, you're still there. Let me just.
Yeah, man. Can't get rid of us.
Let me just get rid of you for a second. Come on. Hey, yeah. He's gone. He's back in the green room. I think. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know. They might be able to hear you, so don't say anything too rude. Technology's there and there. Good. Did you enjoy that? I enjoyed that. It was fantastic. It's always good to have Shaun on. He's got so much knowledge and experience in this game. That's why you need to go check out his channel. Definitely worth a watch. Thank you all. Thank you, Helen. And thank you to the rest of the moderators. Helen's posting some links in the chat now, but you'll also find them below. Facebook groups, Discords, all that stuff. I'm going to be recording updates on my free sites tomorrow, hopefully. So updates on Wheel Along, Best Pressure Washer, and Best Corn Popper. They're all doing pretty well, actually, in August. So we're sharing that with you. Kids are back at school next week. So, well, at least one of them is. So I'll be upping content production. Some really cool stuff. I've also just purchased a new site that I'm hoping to flip, so I'm going to be doing a whole video on that soon. Thank you all for your support, and yeah, good luck with your sites. But yeah, on that note, I'll bid you farewell. Have a safe evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. Thanks for spending some time with us tonight. 5, 4, 3. Still have to do the countdown, of course. 2, 1. I may stream on Thursday afternoon as well, all being well. So if you want to hang out with me, do some work live with me, just, yeah, see you on Thursday. Check out the notifications. I'll put links up on Facebook, the usual places. But yeah, see you later.